So by doing the background first, very kind of random for now. Doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to block completely. Because we will clean it up after. And this will give us a good gauging of how dark and light the rest of her should be. You know, the hat, the horse, and so if we're working only on black, it's very hard to gauge the colors.
Was your unbleached titanium and the white sort of 50-50, or it was on more
No,
white?
no, more white.
More white.
More white. Okay, this is the idea, so I'm not going to whatever there's white, you see white, let's do it in that titanium buff mixed with titanium white. I'm going to stop recording because there's no need. So I have burnt sienna and ultramarine violet. I have white here, and I have titanium buff. Now I might need burnt umber, but I have it ready. If I need it, I'll use it. I have two round. One is, I think, 1 or 0, very, very fine. And the other one is 1, size 1. And I have size 1 bright or flat. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to have some burnt sienna, and my burnt sienna is the Winsor & Newton, so it has a bit of orange in it, and I have ultramarine violet for darks. I'll check and see if I need to use, once I start with the face, with the color, I'll check and see if I need to use yellow ochre to balance the orange of the face, so it's not too orange. But because I'm working on black, should be okay. Black will give me that dark. Whatever I put on it right now is going to go darker. I'm taking, I don't know if you can see, you can't see how I'm mixing here. So I have my burnt sienna. I'm putting a touch of titanium, unbleached titanium, and I'm taking a bit of ultramarine violet, putting it on the side, not the whole thing. And then I'm using this brush. I'm going to come here. So what I need is a dark color where the hat is. And since I'm doing this dark color, I'm going to push it all the way over the whole face because it's black. It's a black gesso. So I need to cover the black so I can put highlights over this. But like I said, this dark black is going to help darkening the skin tone even more for now for shadows. It helps.
So Leah, is that burnt sienna and ultramarine violet and
Touch a
titanium?
very, very small amount of ultramarine violet in there, very small amount. Okay. Now I'm going to try to highlight the skin tone. And I'm just using unbleached titanium with my burnt sienna. Right here. Now I will add white, but not now. And I'm going to need a couple of layers of highlights. I'm going to take my this is where the strong light is coming from. You know, like what I'm doing is I'm just following where the strong light is, or starting where the strong light is. Okay, I'm going to switch to a small brush. I'm putting highlights where I am seeing highlights there on her. So there's a strong highlight right here underneath her nose, right there, and a strong highlight right here. Now, this is not the strongest highlight yet, so I'm just highlighting slowly. It's going to take a couple of layers before we get the right, before I get the right highlight. The more layers I put, the nicer the skin tone is going to look. Okay, her ear. I'm going to darken, touch a bit my skin tone. So this is the light one right here. I'm going to go push to grab some of the dark and mix it with the light a bit. So I have a medium tone, because her nose has dark right there, and then medium tone here, medium, and then a bit of white. So I really don't want to go too light yet with the nose. I'm gonna highlight a bit, and this is a good highlight color. Now I can take a bit more white.
Now,
Yes.
for the highlighting, are you still using buff, or are you actually
No, I'm pushing.
adding titanium white?
Yeah, I took a bit of titanium white now.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. I'm gonna leave this alone for a minute. Just let it rest. Come back here and start again where I see this is a lighter color. So I have a bit of white in my skin tone now. And I'm gonna come here, and wherever I see a strong highlight, a strong light, I'm gonna, try to add that with a small brush. And be careful when you get here, because you don't want to bring the highlight all the way to her cheek right there, because it kind of turns around here, so it goes darker. It's not flat, otherwise the face will look flat if you do. Same with her neck. Now, this area here needs to, there's no line in there. I'm gonna try to take, I need a bit of soft dark in here. So what I'm gonna try to do is mix some of the burnt sienna with a touch of ultramarine violet. And take titanium buff and put it in it, because I don't want a strong highlight, but I need this to be highlighted. Like, I need it to be lighter, not too dark, but not strong highlight. So I'm going to use titanium buff instead of white, and adjust color and see if it works. Okay, so this is for this area here. I need more dark. That's good. right here. Oh. I will adjust her chin from the outside instead of the inside after. So for now, I'm going to start highlighting a bit with white. So I'm adding white to my skin tone right there, or like a pink color right now. And I'm going to come in here with this very small brush. And I'm just going to put this highlight everywhere, anywhere I see highlights. Oh. I'm adding a bit more white again to highlight this area. It's her eyes are in the shady area, but still you can see her. Okay, Maria, help paupière.
Oh, eyelid.
Oh, yes, thank you.
But I know exactly what you're saying. There was one time I was trying to say it's coccinelle,
Yes,
but you know, it's sort of like the French word will come first. And I'm not even like, that's not even my first language. But when you've got languages floating all over your head, it's
know.
like, oh my gosh, which word do I use now?
I know. It's just sometimes.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Thank God you can help me. Okay. Okay. So now I'm just using. Oh yeah. No. Okay. No problem.
Thank goodness you're videotaping this. I'm
I
gonna be
know,
going replay back.
Yeah, I know. It's this is a hard part. After this, everything will look so will be so much easier. Now there's a strong line in here. I don't want that. I'm going to take first touch of burnt umber because I need that dark, and a bit of black.
Sticking out too much?
Hmm?
The chin sticking out too much?
Yes. And if I don't fix it, I'm not gonna see. I'm not gonna see it. You know what I mean? Like I have to fix it so I can see. Otherwise, it will just keep on bugging me. Oh my God, she looks like a. That looks awful.
Mine looks like a man.
Yeah, mine too. Actually, she looks like Simpson. What's his name? Okay.
It's hard when you're working really small like that.
Yes, it is. It is. Well, we'll just, we'll try to make her look decent. We don't have
Yeah.
to, just kind of, we don't have to work on this too much.
Even if we let it dry a bit and then we can go back
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Well, yours looks amazing.
Yeah,
Uh,
great.
well, if I can get the mouth, it'll be
Yeah,
good.
that's mine with the mouth.
Yeah, if I can get the
Mine
mouth,
looks like she doesn't have any teeth.
yeah, it's just gonna, the mouth is gonna be a bit challenging.
Yeah, how do you make her cute, you know?
Yeah, exactly. This is working with kind of a miniature like this on a canvas is hard. This kind of detail should be on a surface that's not uh, porous like this.
Mm-hmm. I'm always amazed at the HEO. There's a section where they have miniatures in like little lockets that are painted.
I know.
And it's like, I'm going, oh my goodness, because at that time there was no photography.
Right, yes.
The only way you would capture the person would be, commissioning someone to paint you.
Right.
But they're so minuscule, they're so tiny. It's quite I guess, when you don't have Netflix and
Nothing
you
else to
can
do?
develop your craft, right?
Right. That's true. Yes, I'm using black right now on a really, really tiny brush, and I'm just gonna try to get her to look. Okay, I think that's
It's really good.
Yeah.
I think that's enough. It just shouldn't work on that too much. At least let it dry, like Maria said. Let it dry. It helps when it's dry, when the paint settles. You'll know what needs to be adjusted. That's enough. Okay, so let's zoom out and see. Okay. Good for now. So the first layer I did is a medium tone of Naples Payne's gray and a bit of white in it. And if you don't have golden Payne's gray, or your Payne's gray is not bluish, just add a bit of blue in it. Any blue that is a dark blue, not a light blue. So I put a layer of Payne's gray on the hat, and I'm adding a touch of white now, just a bit. So I'm highlighting slowly. Okay, can take a bit more white. I'm adjusting the highlight. So if I go too light, I tone it down a bit. Okay, add more white to my Payne's gray. So I'm going to just work on the hat a bit, and then I'm going to stop. I'm adding a bit of white, strong white. I'm going to come from here to white and in my Payne's gray. It's going to dry darker, and if it's not dark enough when it's dry, I can always go back and adjust it. Lilac, did they give you the vaccine yet?
No, next week they said my chair told me to go and I went, but they said no, it's not for my age group yet. It's next week. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Maya?
I think once they open it for my age group,
Public.
I think yes, the CVS next to
Ah,
us will
okay.
have it also opened for everybody. So
Okay.
we'll go together.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be done at your work.
Oh, I'm gonna get mine at my work because it's free, but I'll go with her
Oh, okay. Yeah.
to the one.
Pay
Yeah.
for it?
Yeah,
Yes.
People have to pay for their vaccines?
I don't know.
Yes. I think in the States, right? No?
Not here.
I wouldn't think so. The people who are affected the most are people who can't afford it.
Yeah.
So how could they, in all conscience, do that? I hope not.
Maybe not, Lilac. Well, you'll find out.
Yeah, you should investigate and let us know.
Yes.
So we can complain to President Biden.
Yes. I assume they will. I assume that we have to because the flu shot, we do pay for it. So I thought maybe it's the same way.
Yeah, I hope this is different.
I think so
Yeah,
too.
makes
I think
sense, yeah.
this is free now. I think so too, because they want everybody to get vaccine.
Yeah, like how we're gonna get out of it if some people don't get it and then the virus just keeps mutating and makes
Yeah.
vaccines ineffective. Yeah.
So yeah, I think Esther was right. I'm sure that it's free. Hopefully, we'll find out.
Yes.
just highlighting a little bit more now, slowly. A bit more on top, right here. And again, as soon as it settles, the color, I go back and I adjust the highlights. But I can see here that I might be able to highlight a bit more. The hat goes in. So I know I sent everyone an option of the a copy, or you know, of the same, this done in Auto Painter, and I said this is less detail. If you know, this is an option. This is an example how you can do it with less detail, right? Yes,
You're
and I
defeating
am
the
not.
purpose here, huh?
I am not even there. I'm not. I am going into little kind of small detail, and I'm loving it. But oh, that's me. Right. Okay. Let's do a bit of darks in here and a bit of dark in here, right there. And I'm going to stop recording.